Hey, welcome back to the channel. Look, if you know me, you know that I like making YouTube videos. I'm good at it. This is what I do. So when a friend approaches me and goes, Josh, you gotta get on TikTok. You're missing out on this. I think it'd really be good for you. I was understandably kind of nervous. I'm like, well, it's taken me an entire year to get to 15,000 subscribers on YouTube. What's it gonna take on TikTok? But anyway, this is how I got on TikTok and got over 20,000 new followers in just over 2 weeks. I started on November 15th, and in the next 2 weeks, the growth was kind of ridiculous. If you take a look at my analytics, you'll see that at my peak, I was gaining over 8,000 new followers a day. So I'm gonna walk you through step by step how I did this, how you can do it too. Then at the end of the video, we'll break down the algorithm and how that works. So watch until the end if you want your notifications to look like this. If you're anything like me, then when you're starting up something new, you watch an obscene amount of YouTube videos to try and help you figure out how to do it. That's exactly what I did. And they always started off the videos by saying you just have to post a lot. And we'll get into that in a little bit, but I know myself. I know that sometimes I start projects and tasks that I never really finish because I'm really excited about them at first, but then over time my excitement kind of goes away and I might just kind of give up. So that kind of leads me to my first step, which is finding some way of accountability. So I decided to get an accountability partner, and having an accountability partner has been a game changer for me in real estate, YouTube, and now TikTok. So I hit up my friend Stephanie. I'm like, hey, we both want to grow on TikTok, right? So why don't we do this? Starting November 15th, let's both agree to post at least twice a day. And then by New Year's, our goal is to hit 100,000 followers. If we missed even one upload, then we'd owe the other person $100. Now, 2 weeks later, we're both around 30,000 followers, growing like crazy, posting 2 to 5 times a day. And now we're in a group of over 15 people, each keeping ourselves accountable on TikTok and in fitness and in real estate. It's amazing. So I encourage you to find somebody that's at the same stage as you and encourage them to grow on TikTok with you. And to make it fun and a little bit competitive, put some money on the table. Trust me, it's gonna get super competitive, super fun, and really intense, really quick. That was step one, talking about accountability. Now let's get into step two, which is like kind of picking your niche. Now to give you a little bit of background on me, I'm a real estate agent, but really I love talking about anything money related. So I kind of already knew the route that I wanted to take my account. Your niche can be literally anything. I mean, on TikTok, I talk about finance and real estate, which honestly isn't that interesting to a whole lot of people, but there's accounts with millions of followers talking about math of all things. So really your niche can just be whatever you're knowledgeable on or whatever you just enjoy talking about. Keep in mind that with everything you make, you have to provide value, and your value can come in all sorts of ways. This can be entertainment, could be education, could be a different perspective on something. So let's say that your niche is cooking. You can provide value by giving out your recipes and showing off the dishes that you make. Maybe you're talking about finance. You give educational content, tangible content that people can actually take away from that. Or if you're comedy, then your value is just that you're entertaining. Don't stress about picking a niche. Just pick something that you like, that you're knowledgeable on, that you could do forever, and just run with it. Make sure that all the videos you make are related to each other in that niche. So if I'm talking about finance, I would not post a cooking video the next day. All right, step three, let's touch on how often to post. It's really pretty simple, but this one thing has been one of the biggest factors in my growth. Simply put, you just want to start posting as much as possible. Minimum 1 post a day, 7 days a week, but that's really on the low end. I'd say commit to doing 2 posts a day, 7 days a week. That's what I started off at. That's what Stephanie and I both started off at. Now I am posting anywhere from 3 to 5 times a day. I think once you really start posting at least 3 times a day, that's when you're going to start to see some insane growth. Now, that being said, when you have a video that's taking off, then you want to double down on that and post more content than you usually do. It can definitely seem like a lot, but it's actually pretty simple. What you want to do is just manage your time in a way that you can batch all of your content. So instead of just recording 1 video, you're recording 5 videos in one sitting, because at any given time, I've got anywhere from 1 to 5 videos just sitting in my drafts ready to be posted. Hey, real quick, if you like this video, chances are you like making money. So click the link down below to sign up for Webull and get 2 free stocks valued all the way up to $2,000. So click the link and let me know what free stocks you get. It's finally time to start getting into the good stuff. Let's talk about creating content and learning the algorithm. The first thing I did is just surround myself with content that's similar to what I want to make. So what I did was I created a separate account where I just go and follow finance and real estate content creators like myself. And then I see kind of what they're posting. I interact with them. That way I get recommended content that's similar to mine. So I always get new, fresh ideas. I'd say follow something like 30 to 50 different creators. And then what you want to do is scroll down on their profile all the way to the bottom when they first started uploading videos. And then take a look at the videos that were their first kind of breakout videos, like over 100,000 views. The reason we're taking a look at these is because we're not trying to reinvent the wheel. These videos are proven to work, so we are going to recreate these videos, but maybe with a better hook or with more value, something that just kind of sets us apart. To organize all of your thoughts, you're gonna need some kind of content calendar. Now, this is what I use. I'll have it linked down below. This just kind of helps me stay organized. And so on the right-hand side, I've got all my different ideas and content, just whatever. And I got these from looking at those other creators and seeing what kind of videos they had made when they first started out. So before I even started filming, I probably had 30 to 50 different ideas on there. And I'd recommend that you do the same thing. You want to have at least a couple days worth of content already kind of planned out. And that's what this calendar is there for. In order to never run out of ideas, kind of take a look at the comments you're receiving, what kind of questions they're asking. Take a look at the videos that TikTok's recommending you. Pay attention to the other big creators that you followed. And then additionally, I'll go on YouTube and look at videos in my niche to kind of get ideas for what did well, and then recreate that, but a lot shorter for TikTok. The most important thing that's going to determine whether or not your video is going to do well is going to be your hook. Your hook is those first few seconds that keep somebody engaged and gets them to continue watching the video. We'll get into how the TikTok algorithm works in a little bit, but your hook is going to play such a vital part. The content that TikTok actually bothers promoting and putting out there on the For You page is content that people find engaging and that keeps people watching for a long time. Earlier, we kind of talked about providing value, and valuable content is the only content that's going to get people to follow. And as harsh as it kind of sounds, when you first start on any social media platform, no one cares about you. You have to give them a reason to care. You want people to see tons of value in your content immediately. So if you're making an educational style video, then you want people to know in the first couple seconds what they're gonna walk away with. If you're making a dancing video, that's great. Just make sure it's really eye-catching and entertaining. Here's some examples of videos I made with great hooks. You want a brand new pair of Nikes for free? Listen up. I started up this Chick-fil-A franchise for only $10,000. Right, this should be everything, but before you start, why don't you go ahead and put that on my credit card, because I just got one. At the end of the day, nothing's gonna matter as much as your hook and your value. You need to catch people's attention after they've scrolled past hundreds of TikToks. Now they stop on yours, you need to provide enough value to keep them there. Remember, value can come in all sorts of ways. First, a couple things. Number one, go to TikTok and create a business or a pro account. This is different from a personal one because it shows you insights and analytics and tells you how good your video is doing. It's free to do. It's going to take you less than a minute. Number two, when you're deciding whether or not to make a video, just kind of keep in mind whether or not you're providing enough value with it. Remember, valuable content brings in followers. Random trendy content, while it might get a lot of views, won't necessarily bring in followers. I imagine this video is already getting pretty long, so let me just go over the algorithm really quick. The most important thing is going to be your hook. I think we've pretty much well established what that means now. Second, it's going to be the watch time. Just think about it this way. TikTok, like YouTube or Instagram or Facebook, their main goal is just to keep viewers on there for as long as possible. So why would they promote a video that people are clicking on and only watching for 2 seconds before scrolling versus a video that people are watching for 30 seconds or a minute? The next thing the algorithm is going to look out for is engagement. So after you post your video, we want that engagement to start rolling in right away. So what you want to do is always be the first like and the first comment on your video, then log into your other account where you follow those other creators and then give it a like and a comment and a share or whatever. Just get that engagement rolling in. Then once you've got comments starting to come in, make sure that you're interacting with them, reply to them, give them a like. That's really all you need to do. I've noticed on my account and on several others that in the first couple hours after you post your video, you should be shooting for around a 10% view to like ratio, meaning for every 10 views, you get 1 like, for every 100 views, you get 10 likes. And I think this is a pretty good indicator that your video is going to do well. The best videos I've put out have had 10, 15, 20, even 30% view to like ratio. As far as hashtags go, I don't think they play a huge part in your video success, but they can definitely help. So what you want to do is kind of have a mixture of broad hashtags and narrow ones. Don't do the hashtags like For You page or For You or viral. Those are just too big. For example, I make personal finance content, so my hashtags that might be broad would be like finance or money. Then the more narrow ones might be money tips or money tips for teens. Lastly, just make sure to double down on what works. For example, if you're making a video and it's taking off, then that's the time to post even more videos to your account because you've got this new influx of people looking at your page. Now, if you notice that videos where you're doing voiceovers, for example, are doing really well, then just do more of those. Just to recap here, make sure that you get an accountability partner, choose a niche, post at least twice a day by batching your content, have a terrific hook, and provide an insane amount of value over everything else. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe and also check out my YouTube course where I teach you how to hit your first 10,000 subscribers like I did in less than 7 months. Remember to get your 2 free stocks with Webull valued all the way up to $2,000, and I'll see you in the next video.